Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. Resentment is like drinking poison and then hoping it will kill your enemies. Do not judge me by my successes, judge me by how many times I fell down and got back up again. Lead from the back, and let others believe they are in front. When a man is denied the right to live the life he believes in, he has no choice but to become an outlaw. For to be free is not merely to cast off one's chains, but to live in a way that respects and enhances the freedom of others. A good head and good heart are always a formidable combination. But when you enter that illiterate tongue or pen, then you have something very special. As I walked out the door toward the gate that would lead to my freedom, I knew if I didn't leave my bitterness and hatred behind, I'd still be in prison. A nation should not be judged by how it treats its highest citizens, but its lowest ones. Courage is not the absence of fear, it is inspiring others to move beyond it. You will achieve more in this world through acts of mercy than you will through acts of retribution. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. What counts in life is not the mere fact that we have lived. It is what difference we have made to the lives of others that will determine the significance of the life we lead. I have never cared very much for personal prizes. A person does not become a freedom fighter in the hope of winning awards. It is better to lead from behind and to put others in front, especially when you celebrate victory when nice things occur. You take the front line when there is danger. Then people will appreciate your leadership. If you want to make peace with your enemy, you have to work with your enemy. Then he becomes your partner. Your playing small does not serve the world. There's nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. I could not imagine that the future I was walking toward could compare in any way to the past that I was leaving behind. Success in politics demands that you must take your people into confidence about your views and state them very clearly, very politely, very calmly. But nevertheless, what counts in life is not the mere fact that we have lived. It is what difference we have made to the lives of others that will determine the significance of the life we lead. As I have said, the first thing is to be honest with yourself. You can never have an impact on society if you have not changed yourself. Everyone can rise above their circumstances and achieve success if they are dedicated to and passionate about what they do. I hate race discrimination most intensely and in all its manifestations. I have fought it all during my life, I fight it now and will do so until the end of my days. Had no epiphany, no singular revelation, no moment of truth, but a steady accumulation of 1,000 slights, 1,000 indignities and 1,000 unremembered moments produced in me an anger, a rebelliousness, a desire to fight the system that imprisoned my people. There was no particular day on which I said, henceforth I will devote myself to the liberation of my people. Instead, I simply found myself doing so, and could not do otherwise. There is a universal respect and even admiration for those who are humble and simple by nature, and who have absolute confidence in all human beings irrespective of their social status. I have never cared very much for personal prizes. A person does not become a freedom fighter in the hope of winning awards. I like friends who have independent minds because they tend to make you see problems from all angles. I learned that to humiliate another person is to make him suffer an unnecessarily cruel fate. Even as a boy, I defeated my opponents without dishonoring them. Overcoming poverty is not a task of charity, it is an act of justice. Like slavery and apartheid, poverty is not natural. It is man-made and it can be overcome and eradicated by the actions of human beings. A leader is like a shepherd. He stays behind the flock, letting the most nimble go out ahead, whereupon the others follow, not realizing that all along they are being directed from behind. Freedom is indivisible. The chains on any one of my people were the chains on all of them. The chains on all of my people were the chains on me. Let there be justice for all. Let there be peace for all. Let there be work, bread, water and salt for all. Let each know that for each the body, the mind and the soul have been freed to fulfill themselves. Without language, one cannot talk to people and understand them. One cannot share their hopes and aspirations, grasp their history, appreciate their poetry, or savor their songs. A good head and good heart are always a formidable combination. But when you enter that illiterate tongue or pen, then you have something very special. There are few misfortunes in this world that you cannot turn into a personal triumph if you have the iron will and the necessary skill. Those who conduct themselves with morality, integrity and consistency need not fear the forces of inhumanity and cruelty. Men have different capacities and react differently to stress. But the stronger ones raised up the weaker ones, and both became stronger in the process. The brave man is not the one who has no fears, he is the one who triumphs over his fears.